one of those devastating days because we did not have peace. So we know what that is. Right? But are you at peace with everybody? You guys do that again. Do that one. Now, when you find that, when you see a problem, that that my peace is a bit disturbed. Want you to declare your own peace, not to anybody else but to yourself. Tell Satan, no more. Tell him no more. In fact, you tell the adversary, you're going to let the Father handle that from now on. You're going to let the Creator do that from now on. Because let's face the truth, we are not qualified. Not qualified. To point their finger at somebody else. We're not. That. And release those people. Right? That you may point your finger at that disturb your peace. Somebody have a problem. Release it. Let it go. It's a choice. It is a choice. Don't let Satan talk you into keeping a target. Don't let him do it. Let it go. And be free of it. Now I'm going to tell you something prematurely. This conversation we're about to have, it will show. It'll cause a person to respond in very specific ways. If they have kept a target, it will affect you. But if you have no targets, it will not take away from you. That's when you're utilizing a better measure of your
You are now tuned into the Haitian American Ministry live.
So get that done. I'm going to take a break and I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water. Get that done. Let those people go. Let them go. And you tell everything around you. I do not agree with anything.
You are now tuned
that
into the Haitian American Ministry
that's pointing fingers. That's assigning blame. Release everything. And you tell everything in your environment. No more. Until Satan, you do not agree with him. It is Satan that agrees that somebody should be condemned. Only darkness would do that. Only darkness would ever do that. Of the light, ever that somebody should be condemned. If I'm a human being, and I know what it is to fail and fail miserably, and I know what it is to put on some strange identity to survive in the earth, if I know what it is to have a target, to assign blame, is not going to waste his time doing something that will not work.
Vous écoutez en direct le ministère haïtien américain.
I'm going to take a break. When I come back, you guys having released everybody, we have some Remember, I want your questions. So I'm going to go in a very that we utilize force. But I can already tell you that process is start to the people who will worship the God of force won't know they're worshiping the God of force,
Vous écoutez en direct le
but they will
ministère-
be in
vous
absolute
écoutez en direct
agreement
le
with
ministère
darkness
haïtien américain.
unknowingly.
You are now tuned in
You
to the
don't want to
Haitian
be one of
American
those
Ministry
people.
live.
They are condemned already, just like Jesus said, because they have said in their hearts, they have said something according to their own knowledge. Nobody can change their minds. They're unteachable in those areas. Their time is coming when it will seem like people are rising up all over the world to do some pretty dark things. In fact, it's happening already. I'll reiterate that. It's happening already. And I pray that none of you are part of that, because the repercussions will come. And when they come, nobody will escape who had a hand in sowing it in the earth. I'll be back in a few minutes right here at the Council of Time, ready for your questions. You folks out there, if you can help me to get some of those questions, that'd be great. That'd be great. I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Oh, there we go. I'll figure that out one day. All right. What do we have? Questions. Let's go. So I can wake up. Somebody give me one of those questions where I just wake up. What scripture can help us most with depression and rejection? How long do you think before the water on the East Coast Central? Well, let's go with the depression and rejection. I'm pretty good at that. That was my childhood. It was, in the worst ways. I told you guys, when I was coming up, things were very different, of course. And I went to a few schools. I was the only one in there of my kind. So you know that was not good, right? That was not, and that, in fact, I didn't have one friend in that for about 2 years. 2 years. And 2 years to a kid is a lifetime.
You are now
Right.
tuned in to the
So it
Haitian
was quite
American
harsh.
Ministry
Even
live.
the teachers were harsh. That was rejection, right? You know what got me through? Acceptance.
Vous écoutez en direct le
Acceptance
ministère-
of who I was,
Vous écoutez en direct le ministère haïtien américain.
not who I could be.
You are now
You know,
tuned in
a
to the
lot of
Haitian American
times
Ministry
When
live.
you're in a situation, you wish you had more skills. You wish you had more of this, or you wish you could be that way and not this way. No. Look in a mirror and fully accept who you are at that moment. Here's the fact. You can only be who you are. You can only be who you are. So that's your first step, is acceptance. You have to accept who you are, not compare yourself to everybody else. You cannot compare your situation to everybody else's situation. Look in a mirror and fully accept who you are. And when you accept who you are, then stand up for who you are. And say, this is it. This is what you get. You get what's in front of you. That's all I can give you, right? But learn to be yourselves. Learn to look in the mirror and say, Lord, you made me this way. I trust you. we often get ourselves in these mental prisons when we want something to change or we think something is incredibly unfair, right? Not knowing the methods of the Father when he imparts gifts, when he imparts a type of discernment that you can only get if you go through a process, right? In other words, after you look in the mirror and accept who you are,